Hey everybody, John Grimsmo here and welcome to CMTS 2023. We closed down the shop, we brought everybody here and we're checking out all the cool new technologies, including VibraFinish, the vibratory tumblers. We have two of those machines and you just heard the difference there when he closed the lid. Absolutely fantastic machine where it's insulated lid and it just gets a lot quieter. Love it. So typical for these booths, we got a lot of small booths, tables, a lot of small vendors, everything from foundries to heat treat to ERP software to all kinds of stuff. Some 3D printing over there, all the big machines, Heimer tooling, everything.
I am on a whole different level.
Yeah.
I literally got 50 pounds of high-speed steel.
High-speed steel?
Yeah. And those went through my own shop.
Cool. So at Heimer, we got a balancing machine.
You can see we have a red laser here, and that's telling us where we want to add balance.
Okay.
So you can see with their balancing rings, we have this line on it. It's a little bit difficult to see. And we want to line that ring up with the laser.
So it's rotating the position, telling you where to line it up based on the heaviest spot.
Yeah.
And then because it's a bigger holder, you've got these balance rings that you can add.
Correct. And we
that's
do
all
have
there
the
is to it.
option to mill. We can have the option to drill. We have the option to use set screws as well.
Okay.
This is just the current one. So once we shut the hood,
Yeah, at higher RPM, balance is critical.
that's where I want to be the next balancing ring.
Cool. So here at the Heimer booth, one of the guys, I was admiring the end mills, one of the guys I know started chatting with me and I was like, do you have any CVD diamond coated end mills? Because as you guys know from my last video, I'm starting to cut a lot more carbon fiber. And the guy goes, no, we don't, I don't know much about that. And then, where'd he go? And then that guy pipes up and he goes, I am the expert on CVD diamond coated end mills. I worked for 8 years for a company in Germany that makes those exclusively. So we had a good chat already. I'm gonna pick his brain a lot more on that kind of stuff. So it's just a good, this shows you that if you ask the right questions, the person you're talking to might not know, but the next guy might, or he might know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. And that's what coming to these shows is all about, is immersing yourself in the industry and letting you kind of pick from everybody's collective knowledge. So I'm gonna pick from his knowledge and grow to my own. So this pen, one of my prototype pens, has been PVD coated, and Matt was in charge of doing the coating at DeBoer Tools. I mean, they're set up to coat their end mills, so they don't really do a lot of custom work for other people, but yeah, he coated this, and it's really cool to see his reaction of like, oh yeah, I coated this like a year ago, how's it holding up? Let's go. Matt's gonna explain how a huge drill bit is made.
Yeah, so this is an aerospace drill for aluminum. And we'll accept a through-spindle coolant rod like this.
Wow, so that's how the rod comes. It's got this weird like turned finish on the outside.
Yeah, that's a die. So in the green state, it's pushed through this die, and there's wires in the coolant holes, and that's what dictates the pitch inside the rod of the coolant holes.
Okay.
And then it's sintered.
Sintered, like melted together kind of thing.
It's basically baked at a high temperature.
Yep.
And that's what turns it into hard carbide.
So that is how the holes go all the way through the drill and follow the flutes and come out the tip here.
And we probe these holes, and then the machine figures out where it wants to flute depending on these holes.
Okay.
Locations. So we'll accept this rod, we'll chop it to length, it'll be centerless ground, and then the various ends will be prepped. We use a pinch peel grinder, and so there's a lot of metal removal on this because the diameter here versus here and here is a lot lower. And then there's various other operations where we'll do thread grinding. We'll grind these wrench flats on here, and then it'll go for its final operation for fluting and the end work done.
So it gets flipped a couple times.
In this specific tool,
machines.
there is a lot of operations.
Yeah.
So it's different from a standard drill since you have this larger diameter here for the wrench flats. So it adds a lot of complexity to the manufacturing process of say a standard drill.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And something I didn't realize until I think you told me a couple years ago is that a drill bit actually tapers down towards the tail. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it has, let's take a look at this drill here, because you don't want the whole drill making contact with the hole at all times. So there's back taper on the drill. So when we prep them, this is a metric shank, H6.
Okay.
We'll prep it with the drill diameter at the tip, and it progressively goes backwards.
Really? And then you grind the flutes.
And then we grind the
flutes
flutes
and relief and everything.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Yeah, we go through a lot of DeBoer tooling and absolutely love their stuff. Made like within 40 minutes of our shop. Shipped next day. Love it. All right, thanks, Matt.
No problem.
It's been about 2 hours since I've seen anybody from my team, but I just spotted them in the wild. I see a Grimsmo t-shirt. I see Sky. There's a Sky. A Sky in the wild, and an Eric in the wild. Eric is now obsessed with 3D printers.
Mosaic at the end.
Mosaic.
The other day when I was mentioning, like, I had a 3D print that was finished on Friday, and I had another print that I wanted to do, and I was like, if we just had a robot arm to go in and take out the sheet and put a new sheet in and hit go again, I'd be happy.
Yeah, and these guys do that.
And then I walk around the corner and there's this machine here. This has 4 separate 3D printers in it. Each one of the 4 can run 8 filaments, all automated, with a stack of different trays. Just pulls the whole tray out.
You say 72 hours continuous.
Yeah. So it can compete with the current.
Holy moly. One there, 4 separate 3D printers. Another one there. What? This is next level. And so the gantry pulls out the plate when it's done and just keeps going. This is how it should be done. Eric's gonna play the guessing game. How much is a 4x automated 3D printer?
Full setup. 73,000.
I'm gonna go, I don't know. I'll go with his answer.
We're looking around 70 to 100 depending on what package you get.
Bang on.
Low. I said 60 when we were eating lunch.
It goes 70 to 100. There's different models. So we have like a high temperature version and then you have a regular.
Sure.
So that just changes the pricing and then obviously your accessories. It's like a car, you know, adding on.
Yep. That's amazing, man. So here's your filament racks.
So they are material pods. They're automated filament. So if this one runs out and this one is ready to go, it'll automatically swap over. You don't even manually feed.
Is it Mosaic that makes the palette like for Prusa's and all the signs?
Yep.
Ah, okay.
So we started we are Mosaic. Most of us are called palette because of the palette. We're actually created the palette about 8-9 years ago, and then we are manufacturing the printers now.
Yeah.
But the palette is the organizer for all the multi-material, multi-color.
Right.
So you can do 8 different materials or 8 different colors.
That's fantastic. Multicolor, multi-material, 3D printing. This jersey was 3D printed.
All the patches, so these are stitched on, or you can heat press as well.
That's cool.
It's our own little material that it's kind of...
Can I keep this?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
There you
It's
go.
going to be my new shop hat.
That's it?
Yeah.
3D printed logo. Yeah, Sky's a big toque guy.
I don't know. That's a really good plastic.
So this is their kind of element, standalone 3D printer. The big unit has 4 of those in it, and this one's about $6,000 to $10,000. Manufactured in Toronto. I did not realize that. We're in Toronto right now. They're manufactured right here. Super, super impressive.
One of the being in my hand.
Printhead is fully modular with 3 locating balls on it. All your contacts, all your data, transmission, heater, whatever. That's brilliant. It's the full Grimsmo of Canadian-made 3D printers.
Love that. So cool.
Eric didn't bring any money to the show, though. That's a good thing. Got vision system microscopes, little conveyor belts, so you can measure every feature of those parts as it goes by. That's awesome. More cutting tools, Vargas, steels and plastics and communications and vacuums. Lots of ERP systems. Now we're getting into the machines. We got flow multi-angle water jet. Look at that, head is tilted to the side. These are cool. It's a vertical stacking system that can stack these racks vertically. Store all of your things. Our boys over at AeroX making their beautiful mist collectors and blow boxes. We love this. If you don't have one yet, you're missing out. When you pull oily parts off the machine, where do you blow them off? You blow them off here in the blow box. There we go. Nice big cut. When you can feel it in the floor, in your feet, you know they're getting after it. So like I said, the whole team is here, and I told them to look closely at the booths and the way they're set up and what looks like a pro booth, what looks like a slap together booth, because we got Blade Show coming up this year, and I don't need to go over the top, but I want to step it up more than the Home Depot tables and drop cloth that we've done before. So I told the guys just to kind of keep an eye out. Now I found Eric, but I haven't found the rest of the guys in hours. This looks almost familiar. Very similar to ours, except with a different controller. So is it like the same as ours, but 3-axis CNC kind of thing?
Yeah, more form grinding. A lot more form grinding.
Which we don't do.
It's a big brother to the 818NC, really.
So to be able to surface grind profiles and features like that. Very cool. Oh yeah, and the dresser, you have a 2-sided angle tool dresser. Like an actual, almost FANUC based control. Okay, so we got a hand wash Swiss lathe with a B-axis that comes out, lets you drill the angled holes. Very cool. This is the perfect kind of Swiss lathe part. Sometimes you see these absolutely giant machines doing bumpers and molds and dashboards. Huge stuff. Look at the size of this spindle. That's big. Height 9.
What do you want to make?
I don't.
What are you designing that's this big, John?
Nothing. These Miano lathes, their YouTube demos are always insane. There's so many turrets and so many spindles and so many things going on at once. Brass, 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 brass. Hokey. And Makino here is known for doing insane molds. Look at the rainbows that are coming off of that surface finish. That 3D machine. Beautiful surface. Oh, it's a double lathe. Whoa. Two lathes in one. This guy here is a wire EDM.
What's the difference between this?
So electro-discharge machining. That blue line has a wire going all the way up and down it that's electrified and is literally spark eroding that surface. And you can get some crazy features with EDM machine. We've looked into buying them before. Doesn't fit what we need right now. But it's really cool technology. There's one outside. So this was all done in one setup, and then they rotate it. Here you got your DMG Mori CMX. It's like the new version of our Dur Vertical. See these at all the shows. It's a great machine. I know Koenig Knives has at least one of these. I think Tactile Turn got one too. I'm not sure. This machine's so big it's got a step. Look at the size of this. I make tiny parts. This is foreign to me. Even just putting this piece on here, it's got a magnet base. I can't even, you need a forklift or a crane to put this on. No thank you. Unsubscribe. I like small parts. It's really cool though. Check this out. Graphite milling pallet changing machine. There's a whole racking system over here. Over at the Midget-Toyo booth, we got Travis from Titans of CNC giving a good speech. Oh, the dust. Oh. Huge dust extractor on this thing. It's really interesting. So it's 4 o'clock, tired, brain's full, classic for shows like this. Having a lot of fun. It's really fun to bring the guys and show them and just chat with everybody. That's why I'm here, to network, to learn, to have fun. I've learned some stuff too. It's good. Yeah, we have one of these, but we haven't used it yet.
With do you have the same size or you have the smaller one?
We have the same size.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep. So that's what I want to hold the integral blanks with in a vise like that, or that vise. Different jaws, but yeah, even
That's cool.
Mike was saying the clamping force.
This vise is more powerful than your 6-inch Kurt vise.
I don't have a 6-inch Kurt vise.
I know you don't have one, but
I have
it's always kind of exasperating out. You have this big vise on there, right? This little vise is more power.
That's crazy.
It's got the most awesome stuff.
Oh, thank you so much.
Following you for years.
Yeah?
But anyways, pleasure.
Yeah.
So cool stuff.
Okay, excellent.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. Enjoy the show, man.
It's my favorite additive technology. The only drawback to it is that the parts are not super robust.
Yeah.
Right? So but I'm comparing it to like Ultem and carbon fiber.
Here,
Infused nylon.
give me your hand.
The biggest applications are
It's like heavy, right?
This is a Class 2 approved resin in the United States that allows you to print full color monolithic dentures, and we're just using intraoral scans. This is not approved by Health Canada yet. It's approved in the US, but it will be approved by Health Canada next year, and it's a unicorn application for polygraph because normally it takes people 6 visits to a dentist to get a pair of dentures, and a lot of time they don't fit it right. And so what we can do is provide you with a denture in 2 visits, and also the accuracy. Like I take 3D scans of these and then compare it to the original geometry, and we're dead on. Dead on.
That's awesome, dude.
But I enjoyed the podcast.
Good.
And I'm sorry again you had to miss that trip. It sounded pretty awesome.
Yeah, there will be others.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, man. It was good to see
enjoy
you.
the show.
Yeah.
It was nice
Say
to
hi
see
to Michael if I don't see him.
I will.
What's the diameter?
Hey, Ryan.
This one is...
When your probe stylus is so small, it has to come in like a watchmaking, display case.
The
smallest diameter ball we have is 0.08.
Your balls aren't that small.
Pardon me?
Your balls aren't that small.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, let me rephrase that. The smallest spheres we have
There you go.
are 0.08.
Wow, oh my gosh. You won't even be able to focus on that. There's a shaft, and then there's a tiny shaft, and then there's a ball at the end of that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah, Ryan, you're not focusing on that. You got the macro lens on you? Yeah. I see a pin.
It's nuts, man.
Wow.
You look at it the wrong way.
If you know, when you take it out, usually they come with all kinds of warnings on the package, and as soon as you take it out, if you go where I can't see, click, done.
It's a hair. It's not even. And that's carbide, so if you breathe on it, it's going to break.
Right.
Yeah?
And honestly, man, I have my own machine shop.
Yeah?
If it wasn't for you,
No way.
100%, I kid you not.
What do you guys do?
So I'm in business now for about 2 years now, and for the most part, just job shop work.
Okay.
Eventually, want to be making my own product, just like what you're doing.
Yeah.
And because like initially, I started watching you in your garage, and
That was a while ago.
a long time ago. The Tormach and everything, I just let you know. And
Good for you, man.
It's just so great what you're doing. I love your humbleness. I love you showing everything. So no, it's very cool.
Appreciate that.
Thanks a
Means
lot,
a lot.
man.
Well,
Okay.
good luck with anything. Let me know if you need anything.
I've wanted to do this for a long time too.
You mean this isn't what you came to the show for?
No, but I'm happy I did. Cool stuff. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Someday we'll get to play with the 5-axis stuff you guys got.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your last record for runtime?
What did we
It's been a minute
do?
since you posted one.
I think we got over 100 hours with no problems, unattended. Well, attended, but continuous.
Just watching.
Continuous, yeah.
Yeah.
Just reloading, pretty much.
Yeah.
Reloading parts and tools.
That's
But it kept going.
That's awesome.
So,
That's
yeah.
cool stuff.
168, that's the goal. For the world's smallest 3D printer.
Yep, you can make such thing.
Yeah,
So this one is very popular in the medical devices,
Okay.
semiconductor manufacturing
Yeah.
equipment,
That makes sense.
not on the machine tools.
So of all the big machines and big parts that we've been seeing, this is more my size.
And this is the same slide, but if you assemble properly, it becomes this smooth.
Exactly. Give that a shot. Nice job.
Oh my.
Right? That's cool, eh?
It feels like it's floating. It feels like an air bearing.
Right?
So they use the same bearing.
So like tapered rollers kind of thing.
It feels like an air bearing.
It's cool, eh? That's the kind of thing you don't know until you feel it. You're like, wow. All right, that wraps up CMTS 2023. I'm fried. I had a blast. Just closing out the Elliott booth right now, and we saw so many cool machines, so many cool technology, and it was really good for the whole team to come and learn and just shake hands with a lot of people. It's been really good. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.